At 10 tonight, it was the cross-country trip that turned into a murder mystery. And tonight, the FBI has released the finding of its investigation into the death of Gabby Petito. They say her fiance, Brian Laundrie, is the only one who could have strangled her, and that he tried to trick law enforcement after he did it. The couple's trip started in June in New York and ended in late August in Wyoming. Laundrie returned home to Northport with Gabby's van, but without her. Fox 13's Evan Axelbank is live at the FBI office tonight in Tampa. Evan, you've gone through all the FBI's report. Tell us about the investigation.
Well, and they say that all logical investigative steps have been taken and that all evidence points to Brian Laundrie. The key piece of evidence is his own notebook.
The life-changing cross-country summer trip the couple broadcast across social media.
I love the band.
Changed everything. Gabby Petito's body was found in the Grand Teton September 19th. Brian Laundrie's body was found a month later in a swamp near Northport. And with his remains, the FBI now says they found a revolver he apparently used to kill himself, and a notebook where the FBI says he'd taken responsibility for killing Gabby.
Perhaps this was his way of getting some closure himself before he took his own life.
The FBI released an executive summary-like explainer of the evidence they've gathered since the investigation into her disappearance began September 12th. It says the investigation did not identify any other individuals other than Brian Laundrie directly involved in the tragic death of Gabby Petito. They said they found text messages between their phones sent after they believed she was strangled that appeared to be Brian trying to make it look like Gabby was still alive. He'd returned to his family's Northport home in her van, but without her, leading crowds to gather outside to demand answers. The FBI did not say if they know why Laundrie killed her.
We know she was strangled, but we don't know about the events leading up to that actual incident.
Lawyers for Laundrie's family say they do not expect his parents to be charged with anything in connection to his disappearance. The lawyers also said Gabby and Brian are no longer with their families, and this tragedy has caused enormous emotional pain and suffering to all who loved either or both of them. We can only hope that with today's closure of the case, each family can begin to heal and find peace in and with the memories of their children. Petito's family was in Tampa Thursday to meet with the FBI and hear their findings. Their attorney released a statement thanking investigators and said the quality and quantity of the facts leave no doubt that Brian Laundrie murdered Gabby.
The FBI says they got thousands of tips from the public and that some of those tips at least were invaluable. They say the investigation will be closed in the near future, Kelly, but it remains to be seen when exactly we will be able to see the specific pieces of evidence that go along with this investigation. There figures to be hundreds of documents in that. Back to you.
Right. I know people are wanting to do that and wanting to see everything they possibly can. All right. Evan Axelbank, thank you so much, Evan.